EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, a good one on Thursday night primetime. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Greg Olsen ready for some preseason football. Off we go from the Steel City. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. At their own 32-yard line.
Let's go now.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Second and 10. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They gained 18 yards on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, right back to Johnson. He'll push forward for about a yard. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Johnson. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. He'll drop to throw. They'll swing this out to Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page. And
oh, how about this early on? They blocked the kick. And he's going to be out of bounds, nowhere close to the yellow line. And that is a turnover on downs.
yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
So second down, and they'll run it. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On third and short, they go with blue. They're going to bring him down to 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. First down picked up on the ground.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
First and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the Cowboys are going to have what looks to be first and goal. He'll take this down to the 10.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Mark down at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Here now, second down and goal.
Yeah, here we go.
Quick throw here. It is caught by Tolbert. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. touchdown. Out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. To throw. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. On 4th down, Steelers send out Corliss Waitman to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Prescott now. Now screen set up for Blue. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. One of the Steelers has it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. Open man. Downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Now give on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. And that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
A tough spot here. Third and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's Johnson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. This drive will start on the ground. That one is snuffed out. They lose yardage back to the 3.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Dak going to give this to Blue. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. A run once more with Blue. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here we go. Kill. 26.
On the play fake. Dak. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Billy.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. On the handoff, it's Johnson. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
There's always a question about these first-round picks, Mike. How fast do they adjust to the NFL level following their success in college? And we can see flashes here. They think they've got themselves a future star in the making. We got a great example of it in this play.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Warren. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward, and we'll give him 4 yards.
He's taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
5. 2nd and 5.
Kill! Yeah! There we go.
Dak to throw. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
At the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Here we go, 46. Yeah, here we go. 46.
Pistol now for Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. He'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the ground, it's Blue. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds.
27-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Loss of 6. Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 21-yard line.
They'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out. Thrown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Again, here comes Blue. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Turpin. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
42-yard line.
On the handoff, Blue. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
The rookie from Texas orchestrating things well. It is a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, here's Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Second and 11. They'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Cowboys.
27-yard line.
Let's go now. 1918.
This is Blue. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete to Smith. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's second and 8.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
So, we are through 3. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Ready? Cougar 19.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. Down the sideline. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 42 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
quick throw. The RPO is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Here's second and 2. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. A powerful run just shy of the goal line, but he has picked up the first down. It is first and goal.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. First down and goal to go.
Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8 at his pass, the 40-yard line.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry out.
And it looks like he's going to have enough indeed. The referee does signal it is a first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working. This clock. Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down. Incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A 69-yard attempt.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
They run out of the gun with Warren. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
6 yards to go.
Roman Wilson was the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And that is incomplete.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on third down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on third down. And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
Second and 9.
Play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. From the gun, here's Milton. And over the middle and take it in. He's got it. They get 18 on the pitching catch. That's good for a Dallas first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over.
Back to the air one more time. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And that is incomplete.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down, you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete. Now brings up fourth down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Back to the air once more. On set. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Maris Leofau in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm. But now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Jonnu Smith, tight end, man he was looking for there. And now it's 4th down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. Important punt here in this tie game late. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, they'll go with blue. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Cowboys. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. A run with blue. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Down on 2nd and long. They'll stick to the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last 2 plays are a great example why.
He'll run, and he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down.
2 yards.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to take the lead at the end of regulation. This kick is good. And they take the lead here late in this preseason battle.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Quick throw here is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Falls short, time runs out, this game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. As we move closer to the regular season, they'll wrap up the preseason with the finale next week before we get it going for real come September. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.